How's it going, everyone? So we're here to go ahead and check out what's coming up in Rust, and there's a lot of stuff being worked on, so we're going to cover all of that quickly, and then we're going to show you the new additions to Oil Rig. So if you want to check out the Oil Rig stuff yourself too, you can go ahead and change over to Auxiliary Branch 2 and find a server and hop on there. There aren't very many, so you might have to put up your own. But anyways, one way or another, one of the main things here is there's a ton of work being done on updating the player rigs. So this is just something you'll see a ton of work being done on. There's also other optimizations like speed trees and other stuff like that being worked on by the team as well for further optimizations. Then another thing is going to be electricity. Electricity is seeing a lot of changes, and a lot of it is fixes, and some of it is some really positive changes in a nice direction. And then most of it is also hinting towards the chance of breadboards coming back. Now, breadboards were something that were worked on a hack week a while back, and they just, were worked on, and that was that. But a lot of this kind of change seems like it might be gearing towards that, so we'll just have to see where that goes. But as you'll see, ceiling lights have been fixed to using the proper 2 power they're supposed to use. That kind of sucks, but hey. And then they removed button active usage and power consumption, which is a nice thing. But looking here, some of the biggest stuff here is going to be power consumption removed from splitters, root combiners, and electrical branches. Fixed electrical lights requiring 1 power when off, big. Fixed memory cell draining battery on both sides instead of from active output, big. Removed power consumption from all of the following logic gates. So this stuff also won't use any power. And or XOR memory cell timer blocker, R and counter, switch and smart switch. Yes. And then fixed the gates draining batteries on both sides as well. So all very, very big stuff for electricity people, and some nice fixes coming up. Then moving on, we've got more work going on with the Bradley scientists. As you can see, there's some merges and so forth, and they're just kind of working out the spawning and attacks and stuff, so forth. So, hey, this could be something we see soon, with the Bradley having a scientist patrol alongside with it. Then we've got something called Blunder Buster, and I'm not sure what this is. If it's another kind of like in-game arcade machine, I'm kind of hoping that's what it is. But the Blunder Buster initial setup, and it's something that's being blocked out. So I don't know. Maybe it's not. One way or another, Blunder Buster. What do you think it's going to be, guys? Then, last but not least, one of the biggest things is bikes. So as you can see, bikes are continually being worked on, and there was a tweet where Alistair tweeted out a clip from Mad Max showing a bunch of people on motorcycles. So that confirms the fact that bikes are indeed going to be motorcycles. Now, I don't know if that means there's only going to be motorbikes, or if we'll also see like an actual bicycle in the future, but for now it looks like they are using the actual snowmobile as a base ground, so these are definitely going to be motorbikes. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really great way to get around. I would love to see regular bicycles and ATVs make their way into the game, as well as a jet ski for the water. Those would all be really fun things, so who knows what we all see in the future, but bikes definitely sound very fun. So that pretty much does it for the update stuff. We do have Easter coming around next week as well, with a chicken outfit and of course Easter skins and so forth, so keep an eye out for my video for that next week. But for now, let's go ahead and take a look at Oil Rig. And so we have some changes to Oil Rig, and as I'd mentioned in some previous videos through notes, there's chances of a moon pool being put in, and well, it's actually here. So, Oil Rig looks about the same from the outside, but you'll notice there's kind of like a fat tube kind of thing going on. So if we go ahead and put on our scuba gear and come on down, you'll see there is a moon pool down here now. And the scientists will fire at you from there on the actual dock. And you'll actually notice that it is only a couple ways that you can actually get in here. You'll see this is blocked off by pipes, this is blocked off by pipes, and then you can get in this way, straight from this angle, or you can come in from the side as well. And then once you're up here in the moon pool, it doesn't appear to be anything really... we're going to take the chicken off, too. It's kind of in the way. So it doesn't appear to be anything in here quite yet, but you can see there's still some gray box stuff and so forth. So, you know, this is meant to be worked on. But yeah, once you're up in here, you can have your sub parked, and then you have a ladder up this big dark tube. And there's some areas you can kind of hide to, you know, attack somebody. Apparently there's also this crazy fish that just passed through the wall. Ignore that. But yeah, as you climb on up through the dark tube, you'll find yourself having to change ladders multiple times. Oh, well, that's not good. Good thing we're in God mode. So yeah, here you see we can then go up another ladder. You can hear all the scientists moving around. And it brings you up into this big old room. And this room appears to have a door there, another door here, and another door here. Ooh, no door here. Those scientists are really in on coming after us. But I don't think this is supposed to be a door. As you can see, it's a little bit funky right now with how this looks. But there's also a vent you can crawl into. And the vent will take you into another separate room that has a door that pops out here. So yeah, it's definitely got a few different kind of things going on. You've got multiple entrances and so it does put on level 3, which is something to think about. So yeah, how does everyone feel about that? You know, we've got a moon pool going on for the oil rigs, and yeah, everything else we talked about before this. So there we have it, everyone. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you as soon as we have more interesting stuff to show you all.